Musk, what is your eye okay? What happened to your eye? I noticed there's a bruise there.
I said, go ahead, punch me in the face, and he did.
This is getting way too dark. TikTok's dark side has gotten even more terrifying. And you may be wondering, Sean, what do you mean by that? Tonight, I discovered the darkest side of TikTok, and you're gonna come along with me. Yes, you. Don't get scared now. You clicked on the video. You already know what you signed up for. So make sure you watch till the end of the video, because what we're going to watch will change everything. And don't watch alone, because this is gonna get terrifying. What's even scarier than the TikToks we're about to watch today is the fact that 75% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel. So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe for more scary videos. Thank you.
And so it begins, y'all. Like I said, people is not paying attention to the patterns of what the fuck is going on, fool. I know when people first seen this, they was just like, oh, how convenient is this? Bruh, we could just put this on our Apple Wallet and we're good. On the first level surface, I know the hackers are looking like, oh yeah, we about to be fucking some shit up. But then on a greater level surface, you gotta understand, this is a part of the plan. Y'all don't see that everything is becoming digital? I know what happens when everything becomes digital, right? For my people that's not sleep, tell me in the comments down below. It's not just one answer. It's just crazy to me how fast people give up control without asking a single question, bro. They always spin it as convenience. It's just crazy to me, y'all.
I understand people want convenience, but this is getting to the point where they just want control over us. You still have to go through the process of getting your ID, so this digital thing really doesn't make any sense.
Believe that we're doing something so great. That joy wanted to infuse in every frame.
Last night, when this video was filmed, Ariana showed us that something was wrong, and it's even more terrifying than we thought. For months now, every time Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande are filmed together, it gets stranger. No one acts this bizarre around their closest friends. Everyone's wondering the same thing. Why is she so protective of her? Everyone has already seen Ariana's shocking weight loss. She said herself it was better for her health, but who actually believes that? And on top of that, now whenever she appears on camera with Cynthia, it never ends well. Look closely. Each appearance gets weirder and weirder.
Not the time, helicopter! Go. Hey. Do this. Press door. Something's bothering her. She's gonna fix something. I know.
Sorry.
She's getting the fixing itch.
It's like
that Cynthia Erivo
right, it's not there.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, because the thing is...
They just pinch me.
So we would like to see your best toss.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, thank you very much.
I love it. Well, today I have I'm doing an emotional toss.
That's right.
Today's
So sweet.
So after seeing all this, someone's going to have to tell me whether Cynthia has become Ariana's bodyguard, or if the two of them are hiding a more secret relationship they're not ready to talk about yet. If you think something even worse is hiding behind all this, don't waste time. Come here fast and drop your opinion in the comments under this video.
This is just getting disturbing. I've been seeing things about these people for the last like 2-3 weeks, and it just gets weirder and weirder every time. This literally looks like a hostage situation. She does not look like she wants to be there. And it's crazy how like everybody can kind of notice it, but nobody wants to really address it. But not doing a toss when you're bald is crazy.
Almost replaced.
Same thing with Kanye, bro. He's the real Chris Brown, and he's not allowed to get on stage. It's the only way he can make his money.
So you feel like that was like a lookalike that did that?
Huh? Do I feel like it was a lookalike in Chris Brown's body?
Wait a damn minute.
Okay.
No, Chris Brown is not that. It's just the same. It's the same thing with Kanye, bro. The taller Kanye, the smaller Kanye, taller Kanye. I was Ye. They started making more Yays. Chris Brown was not Chris Brown on stage. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm an alien. What? It's not Chris Brown on stage, bro.
Let him cook. Chris Brown, he believes in UFOs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Do you think you ever been abducted?
Hell nah.
Do you think you ever seen anything that looked different? Why do you believe?
Because I'm an alien.
Why?
Because I'm an alien.
Okay. Explain.
I can't explain.
Do you feel like, and I don't mean, you know, sometimes people think alien with the eyes and outer space and all that stuff, but you really feel like you're not of this planet?
I'm an alien.
By the way, this video is
RP Kobe. They literally cursed him, fam. You know, in his last game, what toys they they gave away in the front row?
What?
A Kobe toy that turns into a helicopter.
No
Did
way.
you know this?
No, they didn't.
Bro, look.
What?
Kobe Bryant collectibles on his last game. The action figure that turned into a helicopter.
What the? That's a thing?
Yeah, and you know the Kanye West ad with Kobe? Yeah, the predictive foreshadowing. The one when he's on top of the roof and he's like dribbling.
Yeah,
and he's like, oh, the guy at the end is literally like, oh yeah, Kobe, greats come and go. And then Kobe, the last words was, yeah, but legends live forever. And then he throws a on the helicopter where Kanye goes up.
On the helicopter.
On the helicopter.
What the?
Morbid Facts, Part 817. In 2017, 22-year-old YouTuber Pedro Ruiz III tried to film a stunt where a hardcover encyclopedia would stop a .50 caliber round from a Desert Eagle. He had already tested the trick once before with a smaller gun, giving him the confidence to try it again, this time asking his pregnant girlfriend Mona Lisa Perez to fire from just a foot away. But the .50 cal round tore straight through the encyclopedia and into his chest, killing him instantly as 2 cameras recorded the stunt and their 3-year-old daughter stood nearby. Family members later said they'd warned him these viral stunts would get him killed. Perez pleaded guilty to manslaughter and was sentenced to 180 days in jail, and their unborn son was later named after Pedro. In Tampa, Florida, a long-lost cemetery quietly vanished from records for nearly a century, until a local newspaper traced old land deeds and realized a public housing complex had been built directly on top of it. When archaeologists scanned the ground with radar, they found over 100 graves still buried under the apartment complex in perfectly neat rows. The housing authority later confirmed they wouldn't disturb the bodies. Instead, they began relocating residents and announced plans to turn the land into a memorial park for the forgotten dead.
Whatever you do, do not sleep next to your phone at night. People are freaking out after realizing this, and I do not know how they didn't know it before, so here we go. So there are 2 things with this. If you sleep with your phone while it's charging, the phone can get very overheated, it's running apps in the background, and it can be pretty nasty. EMS have said that a large amount of house fires have actually been from charging phones, and they do all occur in the night, which is very dangerous to you as well. Realistically, there's no benefit in charging your phone next to you or on you while you sleep, so just don't. Also though, phones emit a large amount of EMF radiation, which is not good either. Think about it, would you sleep with a 5G pole stuck to your body at night? Probably not, but I guarantee you will sleep far better if you stop sleeping next to your phone. Your phone emits a huge amount of radiation, and at night you're going to notice that most. Studies that were done showed that people who sleep with their phones at night can actually affect their melatonin levels by 20%, which means you're going to get a far less good night's sleep and wake up feeling exhausted. So if you need a better night's sleep, it could be as simple as just not having your phone in the room with you at night.
The cops are investigating people that are close to David, and these people are starting to get concerned. And this information is coming from ABC 7 out of Los Angeles after we heard from multiple different sources that the cops believe that David did have help in dismembering Celeste and also concealing her body. Here is the headline coming out of this article from ABC 7. David and other suspects being looked at in the passing of 15-year-old Celeste Hernandez. Investigators believe that David played a role in the passing of Celeste and got help from others in trying to dispose of her. One source says they are focusing in on certain individuals, and those individuals are concerned now that they know that the Los Angeles police are focusing in on them. And this is potentially a huge deal because we're also getting other reports that they have also talked to people that are close to David. This part really makes me wonder if one of the people that they are looking into is the person that drove the Tesla to its final parking spot. You guys all remember Steve Fisher coming out and saying that he was able to positively identify who parked David's Tesla in the very last spot on July 29th. Also said before this person got into this car, there was no air freshener hanging from the mirror, but after this person dropped this car off, then the air freshener was in David's Tesla.
There had to be way more people involved in this situation, obviously, because this girl was around all of them while she was still missing. And for them to carry out some sort of job like this, he did not do this all on his own. He was a very popular artist with a very busy schedule, so there's no way he would have been able to just do all this. Clearly, you know, there's other people involved in this situation, which is like even more disturbing. But hopefully all these people get caught, which they probably will, because this is like really one of the most disturbing things I've seen in a long time.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all, this pissed me off because this is wild as fuck. The Department of Education is removing graduate nursing programs and a bunch of major healthcare programs from the official professional degree list. People need to pay attention to what this means. They're talking about removing all of these right here that's on this list. But the one that get me the most is the nurse. They act like the nurses don't be the ones that's holding up that damn hospital, pitting that shit on their back. Nurses are literally the backbone of the hospital because they're the ones that's managing codes, they're checking vitals, they're managing the meds, they're tending to the families, they even be doing the labor shit. They want to pretend that don't count as being a professional? Make it make sense, y'all. And the wild part is, removing these from the degree list is gonna mess up a lot of stuff for them. Their scholarship opportunities gonna be messed up, their student loans, their funding, everything, recognition, that's people's careers, that's their future, all being messed up. So if y'all wanna know why the healthcare is falling apart, it's because of this reason right here. Because they're cutting from the people who actually keep this shit alive.
This guy caught someone banging his mom and then he shot him. This 24-year-old became so mad when he saw his mom in a truck with a guy. They were obviously doing it, so he decided to shoot the guy. This happened in Pennsylvania, and this happened at 3:45 a.m., so I'm assuming the noises woke him up. Also, after his mother asked him to call 911, he asked her why, as if he didn't just shoot a guy. Now, apparently, you know, the mom, the boyfriend, and the sister were out drinking. They came back. The sister went inside. The mom and the guy stayed outside, started doing it. The son became enraged, came out with a gun attached to a flashlight. He flashed, you know, the light in the back, told the guy to get off of his mom, and then he tried to shoot him before the window closed. His mom begged him to stop, and then he smashed the window in the back and shot the guy dead. Now, let me show you a quote from what happened with this 911 call. The dude literally called and said, "I shot a guy." And, you know, the 911 operator said, "Why?" And he said, "I caught this guy out here doing this to my mom, you know, in my own driveway." Apparently he did it because he had been upset that him, you know, the guy and his mother had been hooking up for the last few days. Kid was 24, the guy he shot was 55. Let me know your thoughts about this. This is a really weird story for me, to be honest with you.
Breaking news, they have released the Burn After Reading letter written by Roberta Laundrie to Brian Laundrie. The letter was handwritten by Roberta Laundrie, and it was 2 pages long. It was encased in an envelope that was titled Burn After Reading. Here is what the letter said. "I just want you to remember I will always love you, and I know you will always love me. You are my boy. Nothing can make me stop loving you. Nothing will or could ever divide us, no matter what we do, or where we go, or what we say. We will always love each other. If you are in jail, I will bake you a cake with a file in it. If you need to dispose of a body, I will show up with a shovel and garbage bags. If you fly to the moon, I will be watching the skies for your re-entry. If you say you hate my guts, I will get new guts. Remember that love is a verb, not a noun. It's not a thing, it's not words, it's action. Watch people's actions to know if they love you, not their words. Therefore, I am certain that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor the ruling spirits, nor the things present, nor the things to come, nor powers from above, nor powers from below, nothing in the entire create world can separate our love. Neither hostile powers nor messages from the monarchs of earth. Nothing has the power to separate us. Nothing can separate us. Not hatred, not hunger, not homelessness, not threats, not even sin. Not the thinkable or unthinkable can get between us. Not time, not miles and miles. I'll keep you guys updated. What do you think? Drop in the comments.
Some people really just don't listen to directions. It literally says burn after read, not leak to the public after reading.
Extra Morbid Facts, Part 79. Misty Lohman's viral mugshots came in the midst of years of personal and medical collapse. Before these images were taken, she had endured the losses of 3 infants in a short span. 1 miscarriage, 1 stillborn, and 1 that died shortly after birth. And she soon turned to drugs to cope with the unimaginable grief. At the same time, her health was unraveling from lupus, bone cancer, and scleroderma, a disease that thins and tightens the skin and can drastically change a person's appearance. As her condition worsened, she was arrested repeatedly for low-level drug charges, including possession, paraphernalia, and failure to appear in court, producing the series of shocking mugshots that later spread online without context. In the years since, Misty has entered long-term treatment, has been sober for 5 years, and now speaks openly about her medical conditions and the losses that shaped her life, pushing back against the misinformation and cruel insults that followed those photos.
Something opened the door for her dogs at 3 in the morning. This woman was sleeping upstairs when something let her dogs out late night. Has something like this ever happened to you?
There is another larger polar vortex to hit the U.S. next week. Starting on January 20th, 2 polar vortexes will hit the U.S., bringing colder temperatures than before. These blasts will cover the entire eastern portion of the U.S. in snow and ice and will be the coldest January in over 300 years. Now, we're on the back end of the first polar vortex, a very rare phenomenon, but just behind it is this much larger one. This is going to bring temperatures as low as -20 and -30 degrees in the dark blue area as it starts in Canada and works its way to the southeast. Whenever it starts, the entire U.S. will essentially have below average temperature, and this is just on day 1. This thing is going to last well into February, putting us at 2 weeks of freezing temperatures, something we've never seen before. Now, this will be the biggest polar vortex to ever hit the U.S., and there's 2 low pressure systems, meaning we essentially don't really know what's going to happen, except it's going to be very, very cold. Make sure to follow me for updates.
If I was to try and find these skulls, where would I find them?
Yes, in the church.
Where in the church?
So there's this secret rooms. They got secret rooms.
Go on, tell me, how do I find the secret?
So when you go in the secret rooms, because they hide it in loads of places. Usually they hide it in their houses, because they have parties in their houses, and they all dance around with skulls on in the church though.
So this is one of the most controversial cases that the UK has actually ever seen. Back in 2014, 2 siblings came forward with extreme detailed allegations. The courts later ruled that the children had been coached and that the whole thing was a hoax. Here's the crazy thing that fuels conspiracy forums 10 years later. People point out the level of detail the kids gave, the secret rooms, specific locations, even routines, and ask, how could children invent that? Others claim the police investigation was really rushed and that witnesses weren't questioned properly. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below.
If they're doing something this evil, obviously they're not going to admit to it and be like, oh, you got us, you know what I'm saying? We were doing it, you're right. No, they're going to do everything they can to lie. So of course they're going to pin it on them as they're lying. And they really had no reason to lie. They were giving a very descriptive detail of everything that went on, and it just got brushed away. But looking back at it now, maybe they were right.
It's a man on here that's saying that he's stuck in the year 2027. So this man named Javier has people convinced that he is living in the year 2027. He's documenting everything that he does with nobody around. So what happened is, he's saying that he woke up in a bed by himself in the year 2027. And I know you're saying, woke up in a bed by himself. 2027, he had COVID in 2021. He was in a hospital. He woke up in a bed by himself in 2027. Mind you, if you jump down that rabbit hole and you look at them videos, you will see that everything adds up. This man is in a city by himself. This man is everywhere by himself. He is in places that you cannot be by yourself. He was in Times Square. Empty. This man is all over the world. Empty. Nobody but him. Now I say to myself, how is that shit even possible? Mind you, listen, Hollywood studios can't even clear shit out without a permit. How is he doing it? The first thing people do when they don't understand shit, what they say, it's AI. But check this shit out. So before AI was clicking, he was doing this. He's been on this app for a minute by himself, saying that he was by himself in 2027. Mind you, this man is answering comments on TikTok. He's answering comments on other social media platforms. And people continuously ask him, well, how you got a internet connection? And you're like, yo, I'm guessing that 2021, 2027 has some sort of connection. He don't even know that it's 2025 right now. Basically, he's saying the whole world is empty and there's nobody in 2027 but him. Now tell me you believe that shit. If you do, jump in the comments. If you don't, jump in the comments. Let me know what you know about this shit. This shit's wild, right? I'm out.
y'all telling me Phoenix, Arizona, a place that's mostly desert, that gets up to 125 degrees, look like this? Y'all, this is from a hailstorm. But it looked like snow, right? Look at it. That's how much hail came down from the sky. You had these cars and trucks on the highway sliding like they was doing a drift. Now, people that was in Arizona was like, it's maybe because all the little weird shit they was seeing in the sky. Like something was going across the sky. If y'all know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to understand, how do you go from 98 to 100 degrees to fucking ice falling out the sky? Make it make sense. Wow. You might as well say it's a snowstorm.
Fucking snowstorm in the middle of Arizona, right?
That's how much ice was falling. It looked like snow, fool. This shit crazy. This is not regular, and this is not normal, y'all.
Musk, what is your eye okay? What happened to your eye? I noticed there's a bruise there.
I didn't notice.
Yeah, no, I was just horsing around with Lil X, and I said, go ahead, punch me in the face, and he did. Turns out even a 5-year-old punching you in the face actually does.
That was X that did?
Yeah.
This is not a coincidence anymore. If you just look at the pattern, you could see what is going on clear as day. So you're telling me all these people that get rich and famous, all of a sudden they get this same injury? Like, because I know Elon Musk's son is not piecing everybody up. Like, you can't tell me he's out here just giving knuckle sandwiches to everyone left and right.
A new study has found that raccoons are showing early signs of domestication. Dogs, you may have competition. Now, the study conducted at the University of Arkansas suggests that raccoons living in urban areas in North America are physically changing in response to life around humans. Now, the researchers suggested that domestication starts when wild animals start hanging around humans and adapt on their own, rather than us domesticating them. Dogs hung around ancient garbage piles and cats showed up for the mice that followed. But in this process, over hundreds of years, physical changes were also observed: shorter snouts, smaller heads, floppy ears, and white patches of fur. This pattern, which is noted all the way back in the 1800s, is called the domestication syndrome. And raccoons in the Big 25 and before GTA 6 might have that syndrome. Of the 20,000 raccoons observed across the US, researchers discovered that the ones living in the city have shorter snouts than the ones living in rural areas. Bro, what even is this year?
I don't know if it's just me, but like raccoons seem kind of cool, but like they just don't look trustworthy. Like, you ever see like Swiper from Dora? Like, even if he's being nice, he just looks like you can't trust him. And that's how I feel about raccoons.
Hello and welcome back to Celebrities You Didn't Know Were Kidnapped. So this is actually one of the scariest celebrity kidnapping stories I've ever heard. Today we're talking about Justin Long. This story takes place in 2007 when Justin was filming a movie in Birmingham, Alabama. Justin was out at a local bar after filming with some of the crew when he was approached by two local men. The men offered to take Justin and the production assistants to a casino, but insisted that they all drive together in their car. Justin actually didn't think much of this and agreed to go with them, but first wanted to go back to his hotel room to get some more money to gamble with. So he goes, grabs the money, gets back in the car with the guys, and the guys say that they need to make a pit stop at their house. And while they're at the house, one of them offers Justin some weed, and he takes one hit and realizes it's not weed. He starts immediately feeling like he's losing control of his body, and when he offers it back to the men, they don't want to smoke it. And it's at this point, too, that another man comes out of one of the rooms, goes, "That's the guy," grab the camera, and then they're all back in the car again. At this point, Justin's at least with it enough to know that they're not bringing him back to his hotel, even though he's begging them to. At one point, they actually drive him to the hotel, but don't let him get out and then drive away from it, sort of to like taunt him or to try to calm him down or something. He knows that things are starting to look really dire and gets this overwhelming sense that he is going to die. So what he does next is he opens the car door going 30 miles an hour and jumps out of it. And actually, he's so clumsy as he does it, he falls under the car and the car runs over his leg. But he's actually able to still get up and flag down the next car that drives by, which just happened to be a cab. The PAs that he was with were also let go at this point, and to this day he has nerve damage, but obviously it could have been so much worse. Make sure you're following along for more in this series.
This has to be Ariana Grande's handler or something, because have y'all seen the weird interactions? Not just weird interactions, she does not want anyone touching Ariana Grande. She's like full on lunging at people, moving people's arms off of her. Ariana just acts like she's a robot. She doesn't say anything, she doesn't respond, she doesn't react. It seems like this lady has Ariana under some type of possession or something. And listen, the witch movie was, and a lot of you gonna say, oh, it was super good, but it was a witch movie. This lady openly does witchcraft. Ariana doesn't even have the same spark in her eyes. Her eyes are black. She looks like a demon. Look at this. This is somebody coming up to her and she's just like shielding Ariana Grande, but look at her face. And why is she so angry when people try to touch her? And some of you might say, oh, she's just trying to protect her energy. No, this lady is someone we do not know about and has a deeper connection with Ariana Grande that is not good. I mean, look at this. She's overdoing it for sure. Where's this Ariana Grande? I mean, even look at her eyes. Her eyes has a little bit more spark. They're a little bit brighter. They're not as black, just straight black, demonic black. Can you please give us Ariana Grande back, okay? We want Ariana back.
There's a theory that says you never actually die, you just wake up somewhere else. And the weirdest part, someone thinks it's already happening. According to the eternal theory, consciousness never stops. When your body dies, your awareness instantly shifts into the closest possible version of reality where you didn't die. It's why millions of people swear they've had a moment where they should have been gone. Car accidents, drownings, medical emergencies, but something impossible saves them at the last second. The theory says that's the exact moment you slipped into a new timeline. And here's where it gets creepy. Some scientists studying near-death experiences notice that after these events, people report tiny changes in the world, different memories, altered details, things that were never like that before. Almost like you woke up in a version of reality that's close, but not identical. Followers of the eternal theory believe this is why the world feels more chaotic every year, because billions of people are constantly shifting to realities without noticing. And the biggest secret? They say you've switched timelines hundreds of times already. You just don't remember the versions of you that didn't make it. But let me know what you think. As always, stay weird.
What if a retired police officer captured the clearest photograph of an alien being ever recorded? On December 1st, 1987, Philip Spencer took his usual morning walk across Yorkshire's Ilkley Moor. As a former police officer, he knew these remote moorlands like the back of his hand. That's when he saw it. A small gray figure in the distance beckoning him forward. Spencer raised his camera and snapped a photo just as the creature fled toward a hovering, disc-shaped craft. Then everything went black. 2 hours vanished from his memory. When he came to, his compass pointed south instead of north. Under hypnosis, the horrifying truth emerged. He'd been taken aboard the craft. Multiple beings conducted medical examinations while showing him holographic images of Earth's environmental destruction. They communicated telepathically about humanity's bleak future. Photography experts confirmed the image was authentic. No signs of tampering. Decades later, Spencer's story remains unchanged. His photograph stands as one of the most credible pieces of extraterrestrial evidence ever documented.
Proof that Hollywood is evil, part infinity. I came across this interview with Mel Gibson sometime in the 90s. He's talking about an experience he had with Christopher Walken, who is an A-list Hollywood actor. You won't believe this.
Good meeting. No, he came to see me on a rooftop in New York. I said, hey, can I talk to you? And he said, sure. He floated in, sideways, through a crowd of people. He was wearing black. And it was like one of those old vampire movies where they don't walk, but they glide. And he was a dancer, you know, so he has he's very, graceful. Yeah. And he moved sideways, and he just sat down in the chair next to me. And it kind of frightened me. And he's a very smart guy. And we started talking, and I didn't, say much of anything about reading the script, nothing. I just started talking about the Middle Ages, and he began to talk tortures. And we swapped tortures, because I read this book on torture. And I tried to recall some of the most heinous things I'd ever read in this book. And he was like, oh, and he'd try and top it. And and my assistant was there, and he left because he couldn't stand it anymore. Yeah. The air had turned cold. And then he left, and I wanted to leave. And because I knew that I didn't want to work with him. Yeah. And he was getting scary. Yeah. And then I turned around, and it was on top of the Peninsula Hotel. I turned around to avoid his steady gaze at one point, and I was looking at a building with the top of the sixes on it. So there was a huge illuminated 666 in red. And I went from that to that to that, and he started smiling.
Now, the biggest thing I took away from that clip is it doesn't seem like this man is lying here. It seems like he's telling a story exactly how he remembers it. People for a very long time have hypothesized if that interview itself was his way of exposing the darkness within Hollywood and the entertainment industry without fully exposing it. Mind you, this is the same man that years after that interview we just watched would go on to make this movie. Hypothetically speaking, I don't think Hollywood wanted this movie to come out or wanted anybody to see it, to be quite frank with you. Was Mel Gibson trying to expose the entertainment industry in that interview? Comment below, let me know your thoughts. Am I onto something or am I tripping? Wake up.
I mean, he really had no reason to lie, and this was a long time ago before all this like exposing culture was popular. I feel like he genuinely was telling the truth, because it does seem far beyond our imagination, but in this world, the way it's going, there's so much evil, and it's been present here for a long time, and I feel like it's just coming to light now. So, you know, y'all stay safe, stay blessed, because, you know, got Vampire Diddy sliding in.
Hey, I'm sorry, I'm a murderer. I'm a murderer.
Cousin.
I need help.
Oh my God, Bradley.
I've killed plenty of people. I do not want to kill anyone else.
Bradley, come on.
A man just confessed to murder during a couple's proposal. This video is currently going viral of a couple's proposal video, or what was supposed to be that, when this man gets in front of the camera and decides now is the perfect time to confess to murder. He then gets down in front of the camera and says he's murdered a lot of people, but says he doesn't want to hurt anyone else and asks God to please forgive him. People were so disturbed, they didn't know if it was real or AI generated, but the couple confirmed that it was 100% real. He said he planned this for a long time. They were gonna go to the basilica, look around, and then he was gonna get down on one knee and pop the question, but when he did so, he looked over to the photographer and there was a man standing in front of the camera. They said they had no idea who he was, but there was someone with him calling him Bradley. But after they posted the video, that man's neighbor commented and said he hasn't been home in weeks, and the last time they saw him, he had bloody knuckles. They sent all of this to the police and it's being investigated, but what's even more sad is that this man was in a wheelchair and he spent months practicing how to get down on one knee, and he spent so much money on a photographer, and all of it was ruined by a crazy man. Let me know what you guys think about this, and as anything comes out, I'll keep you guys updated.
This video recently went super viral online, and you'll be genuinely shocked when you see why. This girl was recording a standard talking head video when, at one point, she decided to pull a little prank on her audience. She started clicking a light switch she was holding under her desk, causing the light in her room to flicker on and off. When the room went dark, the girl would intentionally make these creepy, distorted faces. Then, when the light came back on, she'd immediately act like nothing happened. She was trying to scare her viewers and provoke them into leaving comments on the video, and she definitely got the desired reaction. However, the reason turned out to be far more terrifying. Her trick with the scary face was busted by her followers almost immediately, but that wasn't what scared them in the video at all. The comments started pouring in, saying things like, "Who's that behind your right shoulder?" And that's part of the bit, right? Confused, the girl began re-watching her video in slow motion, and she was horrified. At one point, a chillingly pale, eerie face genuinely appears right behind her shoulder in the frame. This freaked her out immensely.
Jaguar Wright. Joan Rivers was right about Michelle Obama. The online world erupted once again after singer Jaguar Wright made a new and highly controversial statement, declaring in a live stream that Joan Rivers was right about Michelle Obama. Although she did not repeat the original claims made years ago by the late comedian, Jaguar Wright's comment immediately reignited debates across social media. Many viewers interpreted her remark as an attempt to revive an old and widely debunked conspiracy theory, which triggered a flood of reactions within minutes. Critics accuse Wright of spreading unnecessary drama and targeting a public figure without evidence. Others argued that she was simply seeking attention, as she has made several provocative statements in recent years about celebrities and political figures. Supporters, however, defended her right to express her opinion, even if they disagreed with the tone. The clip quickly went viral, drawing millions of views and thousands of comments. Not the former First Lady herself.
Thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your favorite part of the video made you tremble in your boots. And we're going to be on to the next one. Thank you.